What's going on, guys? I am here recording my first ever YouTube video on how to win at fantasy sports. Well, not really. I'm just a big time sports fan. I have managed to make some money off fantasy sports and those sites. And until they pay me, I will not mention their name. But they're two major sites. And basically, small town guys like me can still be a part of the game. I treat my fantasy teams like, like I would pick a team outside for 5-on-5. I'm just here to give a little info and a little strategy for this upcoming play-in series. Some things to look out for. Eastern Conference. We have the number one seed currently, actually I believe they clinched, is the 76ers. I don't know how much I believe in the 76ers. I believe in them enough to win a series, but they don't have to worry right away. We don't know who they're going to be facing because of the play-in series and stuff like that. We got the Nets at clinch number 2, the 2 seed. So with that, I don't know what they're going to be doing with their players for these last 3 games. I wouldn't expect too much from them. I really would focus most of your attention, if you're going to put any money towards like fantasy sports or anything like that, that you focus on the play-in series. These last 3 games are going to be real hard to call. But the beauty of me doing my own channel is I can switch gears at any point, and this is boring me. So let's get into the play-in series. So, we got who do we got over here in the Eastern Conference? We got Boston and the 7. We've got the Charlotte Hornets at 8. We got the Pacers at 9. That's crazy. And we got the Wizards currently at 10. The Bulls would have to win out to make it. So they probably should have thought about that earlier when they picked up Vucevic. They should have thought about this current scenario, because now they picked up a major free agent acquisition, and he's just going to be at home like the rest of the players that didn't make the playoffs. So, Chicago Bulls, you done messed up. You should have made him play 35, 40 minutes a game since you got him. You messed up. But anyway, so we're looking at the Wizards at 10. So with that being said, I don't know how this is going to match up, so I can just give you basically players in the play-in series to look out for. That aren't the obvious ones, right? Because we're definitely looking at Jason Tatum. I don't know. I don't understand. I didn't hear the specifics of Jaylen Brown's injury. I hope it's not ending his season. I'm hoping it was like a sprained ankle, but not sure. But we definitely want to look out for Jason Tatum. We definitely, with the Charlotte Hornets at 8, we definitely got to look out for LaMelo Ball. Always a triple-double factor. Also, P.J. Washington, solid power forward play, good for a double-double any other night. Sometimes he's too expensive. I would mess with P.J. Washington when he's in that 6,000. Well, I'm saying for the 1 second. Anyway, P.J. Washington, good for a double-double, but make sure he's not overpriced in whatever fantasy site you use. Who else? Charlotte. Oh, Scary Terry. Scary Terry, always good for a bucket. Doesn't get many rebounds. LaMelo scores half the points and still gets more fantasy points usually, or just around the same because of all the rebounding, the assists, and things like that. So, players with triple doubles that are consistent with it, you really want to look into, but the sites are hip to that. And those players are usually really overpriced. So if you can get a good price for LaMelo, definitely do it. Definitely a big fan of Ball in the Family. I wish New Orleans could get in there to see Lonzo. We could have potentially had Lonzo and LaMelo in the championship. But New Orleans just can't get over the hump. And where's Brandon Ingram? Where's Zion? Last 3 games of the season, you're right there. Where are you? Anyway. So anyway, let's see. So we went over Charlotte. The Pacers, this really surprises me. See, the Pacers surprises me only because right now they're playing everybody tough. So I feel like they should be like a 6 seed, but New York's pretty damn good too. So, I just, you got to watch out for the Sabonis kid. He's getting like big time numbers right now because he's desperate to advance his playoff spot. And he last night, I think he had like 30, 20, and 10, some crazy shit. Crazy stuff. Sorry that you didn't hear that. So yeah, that's going to be definitely a good look to have Sabonis on your team. He's solid. As far as the Pacers go, I don't know. Right now, they've got a lot of fluctuation in their lineup, but I don't know where. I think Malcolm Brogdon might be done for the season. I haven't seen Malcolm Brogdon in a while. So right now, I'm gonna lay off. Oh, Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert is tricky because he's usually high priced in whatever site you go to and stuff like that. But Karis LeVert is always good for 30 points. Like you can count on the guy getting a bucket. He turns the ball over, and he also doesn't rebound much, and doesn't pass a lot. So that kills his numbers. But he's consistent. He gets the minutes. That's what you really want to look for. Okay, you guys with me? I don't know if you're with me. So let's take a drink break. So here on the Mr. Fantasy Sports / Tommy2Life on TikTok, if you want to check me out, those videos have nothing to do with sports, but just bullessing around, you know what I mean? All right, okay, I won't hold you up. Give you a little flash to my bald spot. Now, let's see here. We've got, so we've covered up into the Pacers at the 10, and I think they're going to stay there unless Russell Westbrook decides to retire right now. The Wizards will be that 10 spot, or they're in regardless, but they haven't clinched. They're the only team that hasn't clinched. The Wizards are looking good. Chicago would have to win their last 3 games, and the Wizards would have to lose their last 3 games, which could happen, but I highly, highly, highly doubt it. Russell Westbrook, he is almost a staple. Like, he has to be in your lineup because it never changes. You don't have to guess with Russ. It's just how hard he goes during the game. You know what I'm saying? No funny business. But it's just like, whatchamacallit? This guy's putting up triple doubles like no one on earth has ever Sorry, YouTube. Like nobody's ever seen. So, he's doing 14 points, 24 rebounds, 20 assists. It's like, that is not human. That is not human, and he's not playing 40 minutes. So, Anyway, so Russell Westbrook definitely. I don't really like this Wizards squad. Bradley Beal is the scoring champion. He plays every other game. Russ is the motor, and so I'll bet on the motor any day. But you could get Bradley Beal is super expensive, but he also doesn't do a ton of the other stuff that Russ does. His assists, he'll get like 8 assists on his better days. His rebounds maybe like 7. But Bradley Beal, as far as fan goes, it's Mr. Clutch, man. The guy's ice water. I mean, he's disgusting at basketball. It's not that. His fantasy value isn't as great as his actual value on the court. Because, I don't know, Steph at the 1, Bradley Beal at the 2 for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the entire league. It's a tough thing because fantasy versus real life, it's different. They're calculating statistics. You can't quantify clutch in this. Like, it has no place. So watch out. Bradley Beal is a trick. He's a trick unless you can get him at a decent price, which is highly unlikely. So, all right. I don't know if you guys got the Western Conference in you for today. I don't know if I have it in me. So I'm gonna post a video tomorrow about the Western Conference and how it's shaken out. This was a lot to get into today, but yeah. So I'm gonna just throw one player you may not know out to watch in the next 3 days. So I'm gonna have to say Trae Young. Trae Young. And I didn't even know Atlanta is in the 4 seed. That is crazy. That is crazy. I was wondering, I'm like, why are they playing Trae Young like this? They're playing Trae Young like this because they're the 4 seed. Atlanta has been winning games on the low. There's a couple teams in the Eastern Conference like this, but it's like Washington was like that too. It was like that. They were losing early in the year, and now they're here. But Trigger Trae Young has been putting up, since he's been back, he was out for a while. He's been putting up crazy numbers. And he's going to continue to push hard these next 3 games. And he doesn't have to play in the play-in. So, I don't know if this says how bad the Eastern Conference is, or that we've been sleeping on the Eastern Conference and only watching the West Coast games because they're more exciting. I am pleasantly surprised about the way this is shaking out. Miami up and oh shit. All right, till the next time, guys. Take care.